Hi, I'm Dr. William Teely, and this is episode 3 of our series, Resilience Now, responding to the question, what practices are saving your life? In this past week of dealing with the pandemic, I came up with a list of 10 things for myself that are so far some examples of things that are helping me cope with these days. And I want to invite you to think of the same thing as I share another practice today, not so much just paying attention to mine as the thing, but more letting these thoughts stimulate perhaps your own thoughts about what is helping you to save your life. I'll just put up the screen, give you an example of some of these things for resilience now. So yesterday in the previous session, I covered reading for inspiration, not information. Before that, beauty bathing, or lots of time in nature and being with online images that are inspiring. Today, I want to talk about a different direction, and that is doing yard work as an example of, we're dealing with so many things that are out of our control, all of us, most of us in every day of our lives anyway, but especially now during the time of pandemic. And so why yard work? What's so spiritual about that? And I'd say, well, that's not the point. The point is, these are days when we need to do some things that can give us a sense of an immediate accomplishment. Like we can't control almost anything about our lives, but we can take this pile of leaves and rake them up and put them in the trash. Or those limbs that have been bugging me forever that are hanging so low they're going to hit the car. It's time to clip those suckers off and put them in the trash and move them away. So just to say that all of us need to have some sense of efficacy, of feeling our ability to be effective in our lives in some ways. And these are days when most everything in life gives us the opposite, especially those of us who have either lost our jobs or are radically changing how we do the work we do. For many of us, that creates a kind of no man's land of insecurity, uncertainty, not knowing what the future holds, not even knowing if this is going to work the way we're trying to do our lives right now. So in a situation like that, in a life flood of loss of control, to me, it is a really important thing to ground ourselves in very simple practices that can give us a sense of, but I can accomplish this. I can do this, even as I cultivate many other practices in my life to help me learn to just be and to stay with and to face what's here now. So if my example is yard work, I would encourage you to think today about what are at least a thing or two in your life that you can do to create that sense of efficacy, of accomplishment, of that thing in your life that grounds you in just being here right now in a way that lets you know that your life still matters. There are things that you can still do or accomplish. So that's all for today. I'll invite you to come back and join me for other episodes. Altogether, we'll do 10 of these episodes as you see here. And these are just my ways. I remind you again to be looking in your own life for what are your best ways to give you a sense of this is saving my life in this time. Thanks for joining me today.